When you need to get creative cooking dinner, ground beef can go a number of ways. Pizza topping, tacos, pasta with meat sauce. Oh, never mind too much work. The ground beef squares are frozen. Heidi Meyer took care of that problem for good. With Pound of Ground, you can go from frozen to ready in under 10 minutes. Like so many people, you had a busy household, and when it came time to cook, what were you running into with one of America's favorite things to cook with?
Yeah, as busy working people, and probably like a lot of people, we didn't always have a plan before dinner. Within an hour of eating, my husband and I would constantly look at each other and say, "What's for dinner?" And starting with a frozen lump of ground beef is so frustrating and messy and time consuming. And we thought there must be a better way to have ground beef at the ready. It's a family favorite. Ready to cook when we wanted to cook it.
Yeah, okay. You came up with a great idea because you're right. We've all been through that struggle. I have the struggle is real right here. And the problem is you don't, decide what you're going to do ahead enough in time for it to thaw out. So you're forced with plopping it on there and scraping it and scraping it and scraping it until it finally cooks up. You found a way to condense that time and make it so easy. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, so this is the product. It's Pound of Ground Crumbles. It's frozen uncooked ground beef, 100% pure all natural. It's just been quick frozen in small pieces because small things cook faster than big things. So you buy it frozen, you keep it frozen, and it cooks from frozen in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the great part. No need to thaw it out, but at the same time, you can keep it fresh. I can't tell you how many times I bought ground beef thinking I was going to get to it, and it went bad in the refrigerator. So that's why we freeze it, right? And that's why we get, look, it's been sitting on the heat right here, and it's not budged. Okay, you have an easy 3-step process, as you said, and it starts with, first of all, buying it, but then cutting the bag open, you pour it in the skillet, and there you go. You have different versions of this ground beef.
That's right. We have original, which is maybe more of a taco size, a little bit smaller. We have a with onion variety, so it has small pieces of onion already in it, so one less thing to do. And then we also have a hearty size pieces, which is a little bigger piece. That might be maybe for a chili, or I'll just say like my husband likes the bigger one better. So 3 varieties available.
And Pound of Ground is one of those staples because there's so much you can do with ground beef. You have all kinds of recipes available.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do with ground beef is fabulous, really. I mean, it's economical. You can stretch it to feed a family. You can make tacos, chili, sloppy joes, spaghetti, any kind of casserole. The ideas are limitless, certainly on the internet, and we have recipes on our website as well.
Yeah, I've got a sloppy joe right here. And while I dig into this sloppy joe, which by the way, I certainly know how they got their name, you have a background in knowledge and product development. There are so many times that people have an idea and think, well, no, somebody must have already invented that, or it's not really a good idea. Encourage the other entrepreneurs out there that can make life easier for us like you did.
Yeah, it is probably helpful that I have worked for food companies for a lot of my life. So I knew that I needed to ask people what they liked, and I knew I needed to ask it in a very honest way. So people had an opportunity to say what they didn't like, and it certainly guided our development. We always got fabulous responses from consumers, a little bit like you said, why hasn't someone thought of this? It's so much easier. Some benefits are that you can, just pour it in the pan. No thawing, no planning ahead. It's that simple. And you could even cook as much or as little as you wanted.
Yeah, I think your beef has already gotten further than mine has, and you just put yours in, and mine's been here for a while. All right, and Pound of Ground, the quality of meat is good too.
Yes, it's 100% pure all natural. It is sourced in the U.S. It's made in Michigan. And it's just simply in small pieces.
Well, Heidi, thank you on the behalf of all the busy people in the world for making it just a little bit easier for us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I'm going to polish off this sloppy joe, but first, you can buy Pound of Ground Crumbles in the frozen section of your local Kroger and H-E-B stores. Visit poundofground.com to find store locations and more information.